Hey everyone, I'm Brittany Skyler, and today is Tuesday, January 21st. You're now watching Open, a program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to you. Don't forget to stay connected with us via social media at BronxNet TV. Back after a 2-year hiatus, the Savor the Bronx Restaurant Week will take place from February 18th until the 23rd, with the kickoff event happening on Wednesday, February 12th. Applications are now open and spots are limited, so business owners are encouraged to apply as soon as possible. Joining us to discuss the return of this event and encourage business owners to apply is President of the BXEDC, Rob Walsh, along with owner of Kingsbridge Social Club, Dave Lindsay. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
So, Rob, to start things off, tell us a little bit about the Bronx Economic Development Corporation.
Sure, we're a nonprofit organization, and our focus is to help businesses in the Bronx grow and build their businesses here. We work with a lot of community-based organizations to put, a spotlight on the good things that are happening in the Bronx.
And so after a 2-year hiatus, Savor the Bronx Restaurant Week is back. Tell us a little bit about that week, what Bronxites can expect.
Yeah, we're really excited by this. You think about what makes great neighborhoods, and what makes great neighborhoods is that culinary experience that you will have, whether it's Kingsbridge Social, which we'll hear much more about, or whether you're out in City Island or Arthur Avenue. It's not only the restaurants that we want to highlight, during our restaurant week from February 18th to the 23rd. It's also about the neighborhoods and that experience of walking along a corridor and seeing new neighborhoods, new shops, new small businesses who've been through a lot over the last couple of years. That's for sure.
Yeah, and from your perspective, tell me, what does it mean to the communities to have this event come back?
I think it's one way for us is to highlight many of the new businesses, new restaurants, the diversity of the Bronx. You could go from Italian restaurants to Latin restaurants to Peruvian restaurants, all now participating, and see some of the great things that are taking place, the growth, the activity, the strength of our retail corridors, and just, look, it's the middle of winter. We're doing this for a reason, is to get people out to explore, to experience, and see some new things.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dave, tell us a little bit about your spot, the Kingsbridge Social Club.
So we're a restaurant. We opened up in 2017, so been around for a little while. We're a wood-fired pizza restaurant, full service, so we're serving craft beer, Italian wine, craft cocktails, little family restaurant, but all welcome. Definitely a good local place for us.
And then that's exactly what we're trying to do through this week is to highlight places like the Kingsbridge Social. I've been there, and I love it, and it's one of these real gems of the Bronx, and is to introduce other folks to it, and also folks like Dave to highlight some of the things that are on his menu and make him think about what will it be, what will it take to bring more people, more customers, to build a base of people who will come back again and again and again. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're giving restaurants the flexibility on their prefix. We're not setting something up where we're saying it has to be 2025 or below. No. Let them, have the flexibility and the license, if you will, of putting together their best foot forward.
I like that. And Dave, tell me, why did you decide to participate this year? Tell me a little bit about your involvement.
Well, we've done it previously, and also I just think it's important. I mean, when somebody's given the opportunity to give you kind of free exposure, why not take it? It's a local community thing. We love the fact that we're a local place in the Bronx, and we want to support the Bronx and Kingsbridge community as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, and tell me, do you have any highlights from the past years that you've participated?
I mean, it's the idea is to, as you mentioned, is to get new eyes on the place. So you get people checking it out for the first time. So the idea is that hopefully you bring somebody new in, and then you have a new customer kind of going forward. So I've definitely seen people come in, have a really good time during Savor the Bronx, and next thing you know, you have a regular customer for years.
Oh, that's great. And so, Rob, tell me a little bit about how Savor the Bronx drives economic growth, especially when we're in this post-holiday season.
Well, we're doing it in February. We're doing it after Valentine's Day. We're doing it after the holidays. And what I have seen, in my years, is that is a lull time. That is a time when Dave and a lot of other people are looking for customers. They're looking for activity. They're looking for energy. It's just before that springtime when people are, getting out again. Our purpose and is to get people out. Dave and I were just talking about, where he is in Kingsbridge and Riverdale, and we're talking about let's get more people. The more businesses we get, the more of an event it is. Right now we have about 24.
Yeah.
And what my goal is to have more than 30 options for people to see. And during that 6-day period of time, maybe someone will go to Dave's place, but then they'll say, let me go down the block to the Peruvian restaurant or the Mexican restaurant or some of the other places that are available. And if we could get community-based organizations to embrace this, we could build on the strength that we've had over the past years and make it bigger and better than ever. I want to mention our application. We'll have 10 days.
Okay.
Right? The 31st is the deadline for restaurants to participate. It's ilovethebronx.com to participate. And again, it's a free event for restaurants. It's a lot of promotion, but it's also a great way for folks in the Bronx and beyond to come and enjoy our neighborhoods.
It's so funny. I was looking down. I was just about to ask you about the application process. Tell us about how business owners should maximize this opportunity coming up.
Well, they should put out their best dishes. What's your favorite at Kingsbridge Social?
Well, I can tell you what we'll be offering. We're going to be, I want people to come in, especially if it's for the first time.
Yeah.
I want them to try out the menu that we have. And on that menu, we're going to be doing a prefix of any one of our salads, any one of our specialty pizzas, and then we're going to do a select dessert. So we might come up with something special for dessert, but the idea is for people to come in, try something that they've never had before.
And my goal is for him to have return customers.
Yep.
People who come back again and again and again and say, you got to try this. And there's this great guy by the name of Dave Lindsay there. If you meet him, tell him I said hello. It's about building community. And restaurants have a powerful way of lifting our neighborhoods and our communities in that way. And we have some wonderful neighborhoods, across the Bronx. Let's get, a good deal of participation. I think we will.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, to kind of talk further on that, tell me how organizations and restaurants and then Bronxites themselves build on this 1 week to continue strengthening the community.
Well, it's interesting what happens around, a dinner table or when you're out for drinks or when you're gathering. You end up getting to know people in your neighborhoods and your communities. We are leaning on, some of the business improvement districts to help us out in terms of bringing together some of their stakeholders and develop it. It's nice when you have a cluster of places in an area that helps identify and brand a neighborhood as a place to go out and enjoy. Maybe someone would go to Kingsbridge Social, and maybe the next week they're going to the steakhouse on 238th Street. The name of it is?
No, BX Steakhouse.
BX, there you go. So it's to have that movable feast and to have our neighborhoods that are memorable, that people want to come back to and say, hey, have you tried the Kingsbridge Social? And have you tried Monomore Restaurant? Have you tried the Bronx Ale House? Have you tried On Bill Bach? They're all in that particular neighborhood. Now I'm doing that because Jeff's here, but we have so many examples like that in the Bronx where we have, I think one of the fastest growing industries for us in the Bronx is our restaurants and our coffee shops.
Yeah.
And it's a place where people are comfortable gathering. And we need to do more to build that up.
100%. And Dave, you mentioned a little bit about what Bronxites can expect from the menu. But when they step into your restaurant during Restaurant Week, tell me, what exactly can they expect from the environment, the atmosphere? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, as soon as you walk into the restaurant, like the first thing that you're going to see is our wood-fired oven. You know, it's kind of front and center. You know, it's a small place, very intimate. You know, we have graffiti on the walls from, you know, since passed on, but a very well-known graffiti artist back in the 80s, Tracy 168. I don't know if people still know of the name, but you're going to feel like in just that warm oven. You know, it's February. You're going to walk in, it's going to feel intimate. You know, you can have a nice cocktail. It's just a nice place to kind of unwind and relax before you head home after dinner.
Yeah, that sounds like such a fun night. It's such a fun evening. So I know people will be very excited to go.
Well, we're gonna have to get you. You're gonna have to go out with us and travel around to some of these different places with us.
I just may have to, you
All right,
know.
that's
I
the
just
deal.
may have to.
You
We may have to
heard
get
it
the whole
here.
control room
All
down
right.
here. It's on camera. I can't
Right,
back
right.
out now.
Exactly.
But with that, tell me, what are some of your expectations and what are some of the things you're excited for coming up on Restaurant Week this year?
My expectations are introducing people to places that are beyond their favorite list. For people to be trying new things, for people to make trips to Castle Hill, to Mott Haven, to Woodlawn, and to visit places out to City Island, and not only visiting the restaurants, but visiting the neighborhoods where there are other small businesses they could support. You know, I was small business commissioner for 12 years. It's in my blood. It's not just about Kingsbridge Social. It's about the surrounding neighborhood of other small businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. With that, I want to thank you both for sitting down with us today. Again, I will have to come out. You'll have to get me out there. I am so excited for Restaurant Week. So thank you again for coming out.
And this conversation made me hungry.
Thank you.
Me
I'm
too.
ready
Yeah,
for it.
I'm ready for a pizza. Thank you.
So if you would like to learn more about the event or are a business owner who wants to participate, please go to the website on the screen below. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Open right after this.